insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
Fuck! This is a dystopian nightmare, right? Either you toe the line as a slave or zap. She triggers that microchip and you're a pile of spare parts.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet. Until then, I reckon we're in a holding pattern.
I'll get in touch if I hear about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
Go, perform a search.
Fucker could be anywhere.
Excuse me?
Moving on, there's nothing here. I know you're here somewhere.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters, solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
Bagley, what have we got?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has 2 leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
All right, I've got some options then.
I've marked both on your optic.
Right, I'm putting a stop to this. Units fall back. Over.
Got a potential recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
Staring at the stars in the back of my...
Auto drive now enabled.
Facial recognition in progress.
Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled.
مرحبا يا شباب منورين. مرحبا بكم. السالفة أنا لحد الآن ماني فاهم أي شيء.
Auto drive now disabled.
أرجع.
Auto drive now enabled.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. And the optic changed everything. It lets you see things anymore. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have a small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an
Auto drive now disabled.
And my favourite feature is public transport. With the optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my own paper passport just to travel somewhere. Also, I thought that optics
Auto drive now enabled,
making it free for people was a stroke of
genius. Bloom was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans that definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's just the worst because you had to give up your privacy expectations and accept surveillance. It was almost like the government and Bloom didn't even need to make the optic mandatory. Making it mandatory was only to get the last holdouts across the line. If free data didn't convince you, fines and arrests from the state for not having the optic would pretty much be enough.
I mean, what do you mean by
auto drive now disabled?
No one really talks about that anymore.
They don't talk about it because we don't have any choice when it comes to the optic. Yes, it's convenient and mandatory, but everybody's forgotten what it really is.
Are you always such an idiot?
أتحدث مع هذا
You look like someone who's had just about enough of this bollocks. Am I right?
Are you with Dad Tech? Because I could use your assistance.
Who can say? Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Or maybe I am. Now, what's going on?
Clan Kelly's thugs are completely out of control. 2 of them put my colleague in hospital for looking at them wrong.
That's terrible.
I saw it happen, and I know the 2 who did it, but the police won't even bring them in.
Yeah, you couldn't trust the police to...
كذا ما مو ضابط لكن
piss up in a brewery. Leave this to DedSec.
Well, no harm in trying. Help me, I'll help DedSec. It's a good deal for you.
بدأت المهمة بالتنجيد.
I've got coordinates for the 2 suspects. Scrape their optic data. That should give us more than enough to incriminate them.
Acknowledged.
What's all this? Love it.
With the optics, privacy.
Grace. She wanted it. She took it.
Grace. Oh my god. One word. Amazing.
If you want a favor, ask Grace.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Grace under pressure. Grace from God.
I didn't know what to expect, but I liked it a lot. It's amazing. Really.
See the show they're calling Amazing. Grace.
Auto drive now.
Playing at the Pavilion now.
سيارة والله العظيم يا عيال قادحة. والله قادحة يا شباب. السيارة هذه قادحة. قسم بالله.
Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled.
شوف لي ملابس يا عيال. نغير ملابسه يا عيال. ها؟ شوفوا عندنا هذا عندنا تخيلوا يا الله قفازات يا ترك باللبسة.
Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled.
One of the gangsters whose optic data we're looking to scrape is nearby.
Auto drive now disabled.
Fire! Fuckface!
I need backup.
Glorious flame!
You're doing this to yourself.
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location. Received. Will engage if necessary.
I'm putting an end to this. Over.
أموت.
Exploding spider bot! Out!
Fuck!
My
right
friend!
in the open.
You should give up. Dropping a turret.
Filming is commencing for the German British.
Hurry, it's there! They won't stop
Days aren't
shooting!
over, fucker.
Hey, suspect shooting! Must be around
I'll have a
here.
look.
Hoover's blown!
Anyone have visual? Anyone?
Sending in my spy turret.
I take you cover!
Taking fire.
I'm hurt!
Get ready. They're going for a look. I'm gonna move in for a peek. I'll have a look, but I think they're fucked off. For fuck's sake! We need to find that fucker. Oh my god! Go and see what they got to.
No point looking. No one's here.
Bloody hell! What is going on here?
Suspect reported in your area. Potentially armed and hostile.
Received. Let's keep this by the book. Over.
What?
Time to pick up where your teammate left off. I'm sure they'll thank you once they stop eating through a tube.
That's awful. I hope they were doing something cool at least.
One of the gangsters whose optic data we're looking to scrape is nearby. That's pretty much the opposite of what our prospect would have wanted. Oh well.
Better check elsewhere.
Moving on.
Spread out. Find them.
Forget it. No one's here.
How'd that turn off? My eyes! I can't bloody shoot! Ah! Shit! Get him behind cover!
Spread out. Find them.
Obstructing or obscuring invasive
Oh, that's it. I'm calling it quits.
public demonstrations have the potential to turn violent. All persons are advised to avoid areas where public demonstrations.
Spread out and find them. Go!
Not here. Moving on.
I can deal with this. I can deal with this.
Get over here. I've got this.
Bloody pole. Got it?
over here.
I'm in deep here.
أنا ما أعتقد يا رجال إن القصة خلصت، ما أدري صح، ما أدري شو إيه بنجرب أونلاين. ها شو نسوي؟ بنجرب أونلاين بس دقيقة. شوفوا هنا يقول الإشارات، الخيارات أونلاين. شوفوا أونلاين مستوى صوت الدردشة الصوتية كل شيء واضح. طيب هنا أونلاين يقول تشغيل مستوى صوت الدردشة 100%. تشغيل كتم الصوت لجميع اللاعبين لا. تشغيل الدردشة نصية نعم. خط كبير للدردشة إلغاء. ممكن لازم أعرف كل شيء. خروج من قائمات الرئيسية نعم. هل تأكد من خروج؟ نعم. خروج من القائمة الرئيسية برجع ادخل اونلاين. شوفوا قالوا لي هنا اونلاين. القصة ما ادري هل انا خلصت ولا لا، لكن دخلنا اونلاين يا شباب.
DedSec app installed. Your boring factory optic has been officially cracked, which means that your Bagley AI assistant has also been upgraded to the super intelligent, super useful, questionably ethical version. That's me, and you are a prospective DedSec recruit, a sweet supple summer fawn taking your first steps into the minefield that is London. Let's do our best to keep you alive, shall we? DedSec started as a hacker collective, but we evolved into a high-tech resistance that stands up for anyone who's tired of taking society's shit. Here's what we're up against today. We've got Clan Kelly, a criminal organisation that uses the dark web to sell everything from pills to people.